Hi everybody, thanks for taking a few minutes today to talk about the year ahead of us. Much like 2025, 2026 will be another year of system modernization and growth. Before diving in, I want to thank all of you for your ongoing collaboration and the progress and impacts you make day after day. This work could not and does not happen without the many diverse voices, your voices, helping us learn what's going well, where we can do more, and to make progress on these following priorities that I'm about to talk about. And all of this especially in times of increased uncertainty and balancing difficult budgets. Governor Newsom recently released the proposed budget for next fiscal year that starts July 1, and it includes $21.1 billion for developmental disability services and several proposed changes to California law. The proposed budget reflects significant increases we are seeing in the number of people who are expected to access regional center services. Caseloads are up 50% since 2016, 10 years ago. We're expecting to add over 60,000 individuals just this year and next year. That's the equivalent of 2 large regional centers. California for many years has had a structural budget deficit. We're grateful to the members of the legislature and to the governor for finding ways to make it through the past few years, particularly since those years were compounded by the COVID-19 experience. The head of the California Department of Finance has forecast that the May revision will be difficult and that we should expect tough proposals with multi-year implications. Despite these situations that we're headed toward, there still is reason for hope. Talking about what we are doing is hopeful, and we know what we want to do. So it's hopeful to remain focused on a few things. We're going to continue with you to grow service provider and workforce capacity to support people and regional centers to coordinate services. This includes continuing to monitor and adjust rate models to better support service providers and developing opportunities for training, certification programs, and competitive wages for direct support professionals who also represent our diverse communities. Building a modern infrastructure for our future with tools that help us all better communicate and manage services and supports together. No one uses a 45-year-old computer to do their own personal business, but we use 21 of those old computers to serve 500,000 people every year. That must and will change as work continues on the Life Outcome Improvement System, or LOIS project, the provider directory, standardized vendorization, and more. Creating consistent experiences and outcomes for individuals and families statewide, it remains a key priority. We're going to work on that by strengthening how regional centers are governed and overseen. This includes professionalizing and providing more training and support for regional center governing boards so they can better oversee operations and funding and continue to standardize procedures, all while keeping individuals and families actively involved in shaping the priorities that reflect their needs. Other examples include forthcoming changes to how respite service needs are identified, expectations for the use of generic services, and the identification of available regional center service options. Increasing access to available services and information remains important too. California's Lanterman Act entitlement makes us unique among states, serving all residents and supporting choice among available services. Increasingly, what we do is affected by things outside our control. Managing uncertainty, being transparent, and increasing our communication remain paramount. House Resolution 1 added some work requirements for some adults in the Medi-Cal expansion group. We think about 15,600 folks will hit that criteria. We're working very closely with the Department of Healthcare Services and the California Department of Social Services to make sure they're automatically exempt so these people do not face new barriers to services. Every 6 months, our people should not have to reestablish the fact that they have a qualifying disability. Protecting shared data, meeting basic program compliance with federal and state requirements, and creating pathways of information to no wrong door services for important things like employment are just some of the ways we're working toward increased, more transparent access. So much work is happening locally and across the state by you and others in our community to support these priorities, and many more priorities that I haven't covered. Supporting each other, treating each other as good humans, responding to emerging needs. You are part of the solution, and you give me hope. Thank you for being with us at every step of the journey. It matters. We're grateful for your commitment to bettering outcomes and processes for all Californians with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We are looking forward to seeing what we'll all accomplish together this year, and I'm really grateful that you're there with us for the journey. Thank you, everybody.